Good morning, fifth grade online learners. Welcome to February 23rd, 2021. I have not had a chance to say that with students in the room for so long because of all these delays. So we have Mr. Giovanni's class with us. Everybody say hello. Hola. They are more awake than you think, and the recording is working, so that's a bonus. They are actually very awake today and very well behaved. So I'm very cautiously optimistic. Everybody is so ready for middle school almost. So today we are learning about properties of light. And guys, this is pretty neat because if you shine a white light into a prism, it comes out the other end as a rainbow. And does anybody know the colors of the rainbow?
Everyone knows the colors of the rainbow.
This is the way I remember them, guys. This little guy named Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv is just an imaginary character, but he is also the colors of the rainbow. Does anybody know them now?
I know.
Brooke, what are they?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Nice. Let's give Brooke a big hand. Brooke got about two people cheering for her. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Roy G. Biv. I remember that guy
Wait.
well because he is the rainbow. Yes.
What color is indigo?
Indigo's between blue and violet. It's like,
Yeah, it's a mix. Like pinkish.
is it pinkish? I think it kind
No,
of,
it's like a purple.
yeah, it's kind of more of a purple.
No.
That'd be magenta.
Yeah, you might be thinking of magenta, but if you look at the picture, between blue and violet, you have indigo, and it's kind of like a purplish. But for some reason, they didn't call it purple, they called it indigo. It's pretty close to purple, but not quite. Okay, so electromagnetic waves. Mechanical waves, such as sound waves, always need a medium like air or water to travel through. Electromagnetic waves are waves that can travel through a medium or through a vacuum. Visible light, radio waves, gamma rays, microwaves, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, and X-rays are all examples of electromagnetic waves. Together, these waves make up the electromagnetic spectrum, as shown in the chart on the facing page. Different kinds of electromagnetic waves have different frequencies and wavelengths. Remember that wavelength is the distance between the wave's crests. Frequency is the number of wavelengths that pass through a given point. And so on the next page, they give us an example of what that would look like at the top of the page. And that is at the top of page F65 if you have a book at home. Hey guys at home and guys in class, one exciting thing about kindergarten through 8th grade science, we are supposedly getting new science next year, and if you ever end up at home, these books will all be online. When these books, this particular science series came out, it was not available online. But next year, the books will be online, so we don't have to worry about taking them home. Okay, fun fact. Visible light is radiation that humans can see. It is in the middle of the spectrum. Visible light consists of 7 different colors of light, each with its own range of wavelengths. The sun and other stars constantly emit visible light, which is why we can see them. However, they also emit all other wavelengths of electromagnetic waves. Some of these waves can be harmful to living things. Fortunately, Earth's atmosphere blocks many of the harmful X-rays from the sun. Sunlight reaching the Earth's surface still contains UV radiation. Long exposure to UV radiation has been proven to cause skin cancer. That is why you should wear sunscreen to block UV radiation and protect your skin. Like sound waves, electromagnetic waves interact differently with different materials. Radio waves can travel short distances through materials. Visible light passes through transparent materials such as glass that can be blocked by most other materials. Ozone in Earth's atmosphere absorbs UV rays. X-rays and gamma rays can penetrate most materials, but are stopped or slowed down by concrete, lead, or steel. Okay, so when we were making our video yesterday, we kind of went through this all yesterday. Does anybody have any questions or comments in class about the first 2 pages of the lesson? Anything you noticed, didn't notice, amazes you, didn't amaze you? Gabriel. Gabriel gave me a thumbs down. What does that mean, Gabe?
I'm good.
You're what? You what? Okay. Well, Gabriel is just communicating. He's not really into properties of light, but it is kind of neat that one light can be separated and make the colors of a rainbow. Who has seen rainbows outside right after a rain? Okay, now hands are going up. What has to happen for a rainbow to appear? It just got done raining, and what else has to happen? Freddie?
Sun.
The sun comes out, which is kind of rare because if it's raining, that means there was cloud cover, most likely, and the clouds block the sun. But if the clouds get out of the way quick enough and there's still a mist in the air, you'll see a rainbow. Sometimes, who's ever seen a double rainbow? Okay. I know, guys, a couple of years ago I got on Facebook. My very first picture I put on Facebook was of a rainbow. I was coming through a town called Wall, PA. Has anyone ever heard of Wall, PA? And I came to a red light, and as I was sitting at the red light, I looked, there was a beautiful rainbow right over the the golf course where you drive golf balls, heading out of Trafford into Monroeville. And it looked like the freakiest picture. It looked like there were aliens landing. And I took a picture of it, and then when I eventually got on Facebook, it was my very first post. I said, can anyone tell me where I'm at? So many people knew that I was right at that intersection in Wall, PA. But it almost looked like I don't know, alienish, if that's a word. Piper.
I saw this photo and the end of the rainbow was a bank.
You saw a photo, and at the end of the rainbow there was a bank. Well, often people will say, the Irish believe if you ever find the end of the rainbow, you'll find a leprechaun there with a pot of gold. And you become rich. I've never found a leprechaun or a pot of gold. Or never found the end of a rainbow. Tori.
One time my neighbor said she was looking because the rainbow was like right over our house, and she said we couldn't touch the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like you can reach out and touch it. So it's a beautiful sight, and you don't see it that often. Freddie.
I was at like the end of the rainbow.
You've been at the end of a rainbow?
Double.
A double. The end of a double rainbow. You should have found 2 leprechauns. Brooke.
Was I was coming home from the eye doctor one time? It was raining and then it stopped raining, and then a beautiful rainbow showed up, and I was like, take a picture, and then I was like, okay, I'm saving trees, okay? And I took a picture, and she's like, nah, it's not good enough, just take another one.
Sometimes, we get so anxious to take pictures because we all have our cell phones. Sometimes it's nice to just appreciate the beauty of nature, because before you know it, rainbows are gone, and you don't always get a good picture of them. And sometimes you